Hello, everybody. It's Sabre Wolf, and yeah, so my time away from work continues. I got my foot looked at today by my doc. So she's yes, I have a female doctor, and she said, yeah, I'm gonna have to go follow up with an orthopedist with them MRIs and stuff. So it's gonna be a week-long thing for this. But before I get into that, I am gonna have to unfortunately, fix the internet here. So you're gonna hear me clicking stuff in the background. Unfortunately, here, let me see if I can mute that for now. So just chit chat with you. So with that, oh crap, this is the only one I couldn't set up because I had to use whatever they gave me. All right. So how's everybody doing today? Like I said, my ankle's not doing so hot. But other than that, it's doing okay. Okay. All right. So I'm continuing my series of triangle strategy or triangle strategy. It is like a better, newer version of Final Fantasy VI Tactics. That's a lot better. All right, that's a better connection. All right. Like I said, I have two Wi-Fi's in my house. One is like right next to me, literally, and the other one is all the way at the other end of the house by my living room, my TV next to my TV. So the Wi-Fi like does spread throughout the whole house. It's just that you have to make sure all the devices are set up so when you switch the zones, that it connects to the stronger Wi-Fi. But the Wi-Fi will pretty much reach the whole length of the house. It's just that I just want a stronger signal since it's literally like that far away from the Wi-Fi source. Um, so we're gonna do some triangle strategy here today. I'm gonna continue our series on that. I really enjoy playing Final Fantasy Tactics, Ogre Battle, stuff like that. That's really actually my jam. So having to so I can't wait to play this game because I just love this kind of stuff. Yeah. So we'll switch here in a minute. So don't forget my merchandise is now available. So that's always that's pretty crazy. I was talking to buy some merch. I could buy my own merch so I can show it off to you guys too. So to show you the quality of it. So yeah. I think we were going to lower the music even more. So I listened back to it, and the music's still kind of loud. There we go. Yes. So we lowered the music a little bit more. Last where we left. Oh, and also now I have it full screen on my monitor. Albeit that I kind of, unfortunately, it's analog input. The two inputs on my monitor are HDMI, which is what my computer's connected to, and the other one's analog. So unfortunately, yeah, that's a kind of a bummer. But no, we'll have to go with it. But I don't mind. I mean, this is something that I'm trying out new, so we'll see. All right, so we will load where we left off, and we do have a sub scene we have to watch first. That's fine. We don't, or that's the latest save, so we don't need a quick save. Music's actually pretty good for this game, I will say. So for this, we do have, let's see. Is that right? I guess it was right. Okay. We do have a sub scene that we have to watch in Whitehall Castle, which is the prince we just talked to. that helped us out with the last battle. So we'll see what's going on here. We're gonna do all the sub ones and everything that we can. Then we want the full story. So
Wherever did my fool brother run off to? I explicitly told him I wanted him here when we welcome our guests.
ooh. I guess older bro did not like the fact that younger bro ran off to help me out.
It would seem Prince Roland shrugged off the king's guard and went on a little excursion, as he's wont to do. I swear it's as if the boy exists to drive us mad.
You're not wrong, I'm assuming.
He is an embarrassment to our family.
Oh, an embarrassment. Oh boy. ... Ellipses.
No matter. I will see to matters myself.
Okay.
Your honored guests have arrived, Your Highness.
I see new faces among them. I trust you can tell me more, Clarice.
But of course, Your Highness. The imposing-looking woman over there is General Avlora of Esfrost.
Okay.
Her prowess in battle is such that some say she is the second coming of Groma Ironfist, hero of the Salt Iron War. If the rumors of her strength are true, she is more likely to emerge victorious than any but the Dawnspear himself. Over there is Minister Exham Marshall of the Holy State of Hyzant. He is the newest appointee to the Saintly Seven, and has been placed in charge of the military and diplomatic affairs. 'Tis a rise to prominence nigh unheard of for one so young.
Always have been suspicious of any kind of Holy Land empires and any of the games I've played. They've always been bad. So
A general of the Grand Duchy and Hyzant's young hope. I imagine this will not be the last I hear of them. I know this man, Sorsley End of Hyzant, yes?
Just so, my lord. As you doubtless know, he is the
Why are
Holy
there
State's
so many
Minister
guards
of
with
Salt. A prestigious position, though it is said he feels threatened by Minister Exham of late.
why
So
does
even the
somebody-
great monolith that is the Holy State is not immune to internal strife.
So on a separate I have my phone connected to my computer so I can watch my son, keep an eye on him, and we have his mattress kind of next to the bed like this, kind of like this, so that it prevents him from rolling off the bed, so he runs into the mattress instead. And he's laying on the bed with his feet up on the mattress because the mattress is higher than the bed, so he's got his feet propped up in the air. Probably what I should be doing myself right now, but yeah.
Thank you, Clarice. I can see they were not wrong to tap you to lead the consortium.
Oh, the consortium.
As the
Okay.
officially appointed bookmaker for the tournament, it would not do for me to be ignorant of the combatants.
Combatants. Is it a tournament?
Your Highness, Lord Thalos and Lady Erica, brother and sister of the Archduke, have arrived. They will be joining the festivities in Archduke Gustadolf's stead.
Word has it that Lord Thalos has been appointed Prime Minister, which would make him the second most influential individual in all of Esfrost.
Archduke Gustadolf is said to prize freedom more than anything. It would seem that includes the freedom to put his own family above all.
With all due respect, Your Highness, the decisions of another nation are their own. Do take care not to say anything that might offend our new allies.
You need not remind me, Patriot. I know there is little to be gained from quarreling with Esfrost's ruling family. Honored guests, I am Franny, Crown Prince of Glenbrook.
Franny.
It is an honor to welcome you to our kingdom in my father's stead. I can assure you we have spared no effort in preparing for tomorrow's festivities. Let us ring in this new age of alliance together. Though I imagine some may be too occupied awing us with their prowess in the tourney to enjoy the revelry themselves. Allow me to escort you to Whiteholm Castle, where the ceremony will take place, whenever you're ready.
Meanwhile, elsewhere in the castle. Oh, there's Franny again.
Prince Roland, finally you return.
Oh, that's Prince Roland, okay. Oh.
At ease, Huette. I trust all was well in my absence.
Well enough. Another visit to the Wolfort domain, was it?
Indeed, on minor business. My apologies for leaving unannounced.
I do have auto on.
Apologies indeed. You know full well that I am under strict orders from your father to accompany you on any excursions outside the castle.
Oh.
I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. Besides, no one would lose any sleep if something happened to me. Father and Franny least of all.
Oh.
Even Cordelia would get along perfectly fine without her brother.
Well, I would not. Or have you forgotten that you are my one and only sworn liege?
Huette. Forgive me, truly. It won't happen again.
Oh.
I should hope not.
I like her.
So it is true that you plan to fight in the tourney on the morrow. And alongside House Wolfort, no less.
How did you...
His Grace told me. When he commanded me to keep you out of trouble.
So Father knew all along.
Okay, I feel
And
good
so
about
I have
Roland now.
decided to fight at your side. You won't be slipping away on my watch this time.
As you wish.
Alright. So he made it back safely. There's no other options to look at, so we're going right into Castle Wolford. With my bride to be. What was her name again?
Welcome back, the both of you.
Taciturn woman. Another new character I have to memorize now.
Were there any troubles while we were out?
None to speak of, aside from Eridor here. But what else is new?
Out with it, Benedict! I heard you were beset by brigands. Is the young lord safe?
And that'd be Eridor.
Lower your voice. Must you always shout so? Or can't you see that it was that big mouth of yours that invited trouble in the first place?
Oh.
There is no cause for concern, Eridor. Besides, I'm not a child anymore.
Mayhap not, my lord. But I've known you since you were knee-high to a... never you mind. And this must be the young lord's bride-to-be.
I am Frederica. It is a pleasure and honor to meet you all.
Oh, yeah.
And I am Gila, her attendant. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
My wife to be, Fred.
Allow me to introduce those in service of House Wolfort. This is Eridor, Master-at-Arms and Commander of our military forces.
You'll be the lady of House Wolfort. No harm will befall you as long as I'm around.
And this is Anna, my right hand.
If you require anything, just say the word.
They may not be of my blood, but they are my family just the same, and from this day on, they're your family as well.
Oh,
I am
very much
aware
a
that in
wolf
all of Glenbrook, House Wolfort is second only to the royal family in power and influence. I will do my best not to disappoint you.
A joyous day this is! The little lord grew up and found himself the perfect bride. Nigh brings a tear to my eye.
His voice certainly does carry.
Sorry, my lady, but you'll have to get used to it.
My lord, your father awaits you in his chambers. As for me, I must stay and discuss the preparations for tomorrow's festivities with Anna and Eridor.
So I guess I'm not taking. Well, I'm thinking
Lady
about
Frederica, pray
and there's
come
a
with
wedding,
me.
I guess.
Father is expecting us.
Cool. We just got 2 new allies. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 people now. That's pretty much an army now. Oh, we got new stuff. Anna aptitudes in battle. Strikes enemies from the shadows. Takes 2 actions in the same turn. Can conceal herself from enemy eyes. In Elador, shields allies with superb defense capabilities. Draws enemy attacks, counterattacks when dealt a physical blow by an adjacent enemy. So he is my front guy. So it's going to be him, healer. Then I'll have Benedict as a buffer. So he buffs Serenoa and Frederica. And they're my primary damage, along with the other one who can kind of shadow in behind and try to get into enemy from the back or the side or something like that. Okay. Cool. All right. So we got the tank, we got the healer, we got a buffer, we got 2 damage deal. Well, kind of 3 damage.
As you are well aware,
Good
there are
balance.
2 events of utmost importance to be conducted before Lord Serenoa and his bride are wed.
The ceremony to commemorate the joint mining venture.
Still can't believe I'll be seeing the day when we break ground on a new mine right here in Glenbrook. And with the full support of Esfrost and Hyzant, no less.
You can thank King Regnant for that. It was by his most wise and generous proposal that the 3 nations of Norzelia now strive toward a common goal. Needless to say, delegates from each nation will be joining in the festivities.
From the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, Lord Dragan Esfrost, who is overseeing the technical side of the mining operations.
She's
The Holy State of Hyzant will be represented by Minister Lila Viscraft of the Saintly Seven. And our own Lord Simon will serve as Glenbrook's delegate and meet with the 2 before the ceremony. Yes?
Quite so. After that, it will be House Wolfort's responsibility to see that our honored guests feel welcome. Anna, I would trust you safeguarding both Lord Dragan and Minister Lila.
Consider it done.
Then once that stuffy ceremony is over, we can get to the real highlight of the day, the tourney. Ah, my blood's already rushing, just envisioning the greatest warriors from all the realm clashing swords.
From Esfrost, the much-renowned General of Laura. And from Hyzant, Minister Exham Marshall. I have heard much of his prowess as well.
Then, of course, there's our reigning victor, the pride of Glenbrook, Sir Maxwell the Dawnspear. Still, I wish him all the best of luck against their hosts. They'll need it to beat House Wolfort.
On that matter, there are 2 things I should make clear.
Uh-oh.
Prince Roland has expressed a desire to join the tourney as a member of House Wolfort's contingent.
Why would the boy want to fight with us and not his own arms master?
Apparently, he originally formally requested to do just that. but King Regna would not allow it.
And so he came to the young lord in hopes of finding another way in. Well, he's more than welcome in my book. The royal family said we're free to put together our own contingent after all. I reckon His Majesty would be beside himself with joy if we could deliver a beating to Esfrost and Hyzant.
Doubtless so. Very well. I shall inform the prince that he is welcome in our ranks.
Finally, there is the matter of Lord Simon's health?
Indeed. Sadly, the Lord of the House is in no condition to participate in the tourney. Barring some miracle, I anticipate that Lord Serenoa will have to fight in his Lord Father's stead.
Lord Simon. I suppose age takes its toll on even the mightiest of men. So be it then. You can leave watching over the young lord and Prince Roland to me.
Good. I remind you that while this is a joyous occasion, all of our attendees have their own reasons for coming. Let us not give them an opportunity to catch us unaware.
Still a lot of mistrust going on, though. A lot of mistrust. Alright, do we have any other... Nope. So I guess we're back to more of this then. So we'll save it here. Okay, so I got... Okay. Okay, I got 7 healing stuff. I got some materials. Looks like there's crafting in this game. Sleep recovery. And poison recovery. Just in case. Oh, I got one large one too. This one heal for 50. This one feels for 100, I guess. Alright, cool. Thank you. Come again. Do you alcohol? Alcohol? No alcohol. Alright. So we get some stuff. Just in case we get into some battles or something. We get poisoned or something, we can get rid of it, so that's good. Kingdom of Glenbrook, Wolfsfort Defense.
Father, I bring to you my betrothed, the Lady Frederica.
A pleasure to meet you, my lord. I am Frederica of House Esfrost.
Ho ho! The pleasure is all mine.
Were it not for the efforts of House Wolfort, the Saltiron War would rage on still today. I do not deserve the honor of joining your esteemed family, but I will endeavor to serve you all the same.
There is no need for such formalities, my girl. You are tired from your journey, I am sure. Pray rest easy tonight.
Thank you, my lord. I believe that in any journey, the first step is the most important. Before we go forward together, I should like to know why you chose to welcome one of Rosellan blood, such as I.
Oh, I'd heard you were a strong-willed one.
Pray forgive my insolence. And yet, I am set to marry into a mighty house of a foreign nation. I should like to know what you wish of me, that I might live up to your expectations.
You?
A most reasonable request. Both of you, listen well.
Yes, Father.
Your marriage was agreed upon by Glenbrook and Esfrost, that the ties between our two nations might be strengthened.
To give us more leverage against Hyzant with their monopoly over salt.
Precisely. With Glenbrook and Esfrost consolidating their power, Hyzant was left with little choice but to join the alliance. And yet, while Lady Frederica is indeed the Archduke's sister, at the same time she is the daughter of a Rosellan concubine. And House Wolfort, for all our military prowess, is no more than a bannerman of the king. If the aim was to forge the strongest bond we could between our two nations,
It would be far more appropriate for my sister, Lady Erica, to wed the Crown Prince of Glenbrook.
Yep.
just so, yet neither nation chose that. And do you know why?
Plunge into another civil war.
So that if relations between our two countries were to take a turn for the worse,
we could be cast away like pawns.
Precisely. Such are the schemes of those who rule nations.
I understand now. And yet, no matter how impure the intentions behind this arrangement may be, I will not bring dishonor to the Wolfort name.
Well said, my son. If that is your decision, then...
You just had a fucking heart attack.
Father!
Lord Simone!
Where is her attendee?
I am an old man, and my health is not what it once was. For this reason and more, I have made my decision. As of this day, I abdicate my position as Lord of House Wolfort.
Oh.
You will serve in my stead from tomorrow forth, my son.
But, Father, I am not ready to...
My decision is not made lightly. You have already shown me, with your words and your deeds, that you are more than ready. Think always about what your subjects need from you. Weigh your choices carefully, then take action. Do so, and I have no doubt you will make a great lord. And trust in Benedict. He shall serve you as well as he did me.
Thank you, Father.
Dot, dot, dot.
I will spare no effort that one day I may be as beloved by our people as you.
Ellipses.
Lady Frederica, your fate is not a simple one. There are many who would try to use the both of you as pawns in their own schemes. Even so, I hope that you will be there to support my son through it all, as his wife, but also as your own person.
The other way.
This is House Wolfort's entreaty, and the wish of a father.
Of course, my lord. 'Twas my intention from the moment I boarded the ship.
Beg pardon, my lord, but Lord Jagan and Minister Lila have arrived.
Very well. Presiding over tonight's banquet will be my final duty as Lord of the House. Tomorrow's ceremony will mark the beginning of yours, my son. And after that will be your wedding. Rest well tonight, both of you, for busy days lie ahead.
So... So I have a throne to take up, plus the tourney, plus a wedding? Yeah, I'm just busy. I'm just a busy dude. I got a lot on my plate right now. Jeez. All right. So we got going on here.
30 years after the salt iron raged across Norzelia, a vein of precious minerals was unearthed in the kingdom of Glenbrook. From east to west, joy swept the land. United at last in common cause, the kingdom of Glenbrook, the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, and the holy state of Hyzant endeavored to wrest this bounty from the earth, with each nation providing expertise and resources. This uneasy alliance between once bitter enemies will herald a new era of tranquility in this long embattled realm. One after another, dignitaries from each nation arrive in Glenbrook to solidify this accord and toast to its success, the first step on the road to peace. Among those who would forge this road is Serenoa Wolffort. Inheriting the title of Lord Wolffort from his father Simon, he must decide what foundation he would lay for this new era.
To arms, brave warriors. Glenbrook, Wolffort to me.
Welcome to Castle Wolffort, Minister Lila. Allow me to express my gratitude to the Holy State. Were it not for your nation's generous efforts, this venture would never have come to fruition.
You are too kind, Lord Simon. You too have served an invaluable role in this. Though I must admit, the news of the union between your son and Lady Frederica came as quite the surprise. None in Hyzant considered that a bannerman of Glenbrook would join with the ruling family of Esfrost. I hear that Lady Frederica is the Archduke's half-sister. I must ask, how did this arrangement come to be?
Your curiosity is only natural. This union was promised during the war, an arrangement made with the previous Archduke. Truth be told, I am surprised one as well informed as yourself did not already know.
And this is your son, as I recall.
Serenoa Wolffort, at your service, Minister.
And I am Frederica Esfrost.
My son still has much to learn, but I believe this marriage will herald a bright future for us all. For today, I intend to step down and leave House Wolffort in Serenoa's capable hands.
You're abdicating your position? Surprising news comes in pairs, I see. Nonetheless, I am happy for you both. I imagine the lords and ladies at tonight's banquet will take great interest in the new Lord Wolffort, as will I.
Pray, go easy on the boy, my lady.
I hear that young Lord Dragan of Esfrost shall also be in attendance.
Well, why not?
Indeed. He has been appointed to oversee operations at the Grand Norzelian mines. I understand his star in Esfrost has seen a meteoric rise.
Good. I would like to hear more of this new explosive substance he means to use to blast the tunnels. As a fellow scholar of sorts, if in a different field, I am always curious to learn how great discoveries are made.
He should have arrived by now. Has anyone seen him?
Dragan's gone to see the city. He was halfway there before the gangplank landed on the docks.
Ah, he is your cousin, yes? I see we share an innate curiosity for new places.
The banquet will begin soon. I shall seek him out and escort him there.
Very good. Though I will host tonight's festivities, I want you to act as if you're already Lord of the House. Our guests are the most esteemed personages of their respective nations. Take care not to cause offense.
Of course, Father.
I'm saying Benedict had the room key. Lord Dragon could be anywhere. I suppose this is a good an opportunity as any to speak with the common folk. So the game comprises multiple phases. In addition to story scenes and battles, there will also be an exploration phase. In this phase, may move freely about the area to gather information from people around you, obtain items, review mechanisms, and terrain features that may serve you in battle and more. L stick to run around and walk, directional buttons to run, hold B and R to dash. To end the exploration phase and continue with the story, press the plus button. Okay. Plus the end button. I was like, the plus button. I always forget that's a plus button on there. I've been tasked with attending you at the ceremony tomorrow, my lord. May it be a joyous occasion for all. I'm eager to hear your speech. I'm even more eager to see your triumph at the returning. Wait, you have to give a speech? Gosh. I sense you may have some questions regarding this joint mining venture. Allow me to enlighten you. Combining the expertise and manpower of Norzelia's 3 nations, this mine will unearth the newly discovered vein of iron. We hope this will prove beneficial for all parties, providing wealth and prosperity in equal measure. It is said Lord Dragon's knowledge of ironworking is peerless. I could think of none more suited to oversee the mine's development. Okay. I heard tell Prince Roland is shrieking his duties at the castle once again. Thank heavens that shiftless child isn't in line with the crown. Can jump off the ledges, I guess. The controls are a little weird. Yeah, zooms in and out. Oh, there's my wife down there. Wife to be. To peace and joy for see the peace we now and to see the peace we enjoy now. One would never think that by 30 years ago our realm was engulfed in war. The Salt Iron War seems not far, but a far off nightmare now. By your request, Benedict and I shall take part in the tourney. May we bring victory to House Warfold. Greetings, my lord. My friends and I are playing hide and seek. Notes. You will find notes as the game progresses. These notes have no direct effect on the story, but they will help you better understand Norzelia and its history. View the notes you've collected at any time by selecting War Chronicle Notes from the main menu. Okay, I found another one, I guess. My friends and I are playing hide and seek. Okay, so I guess I'm looking for kids, I guess, too, in this adventure here. Oh, There's something flashing down there. Meow. Just a meow cat. There's been nothing amiss, my lord. Another quiet day. No, you said the Q word, though. I'll talk to those guys. Oh, yeah. We're playing hide and seek till Dad comes home. I need to find a place to hide and quick. Take care not to hurt yourself. Your father wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you. Ah, one of my favorite games. Sparrows were always my favorite places to hide. It takes a clever mind to hide. Perhaps you can use that cleverness to help your father when you're older. Dad's always saying he can't wait to show me the ropes. I'm certain he'll be happy. I'm sure he'll be happy to, and I'm certain you'll be happy to learn. If it makes Dad happy, then I'll learn whatever I need to. My husband works from dawn till dusk at the port, lifting crates and who knows what else. It's honest work, though, and the backbone of our family livelihoods besides. There's no rest for the young lordling. All eyes will be upon you in the coming days. Oh, crap. Frederica and I shall make every effort to learn the lay of the land so that we might share the weight of your duties. I appreciate it. What up, babe? It's just like him to gallivant off with nary a word of farewell. Still, I suppose this is a chance to become acquainted with my future home. How would you describe your town in Serenella? I don't know. I just started living here last week, so... To know a town, you must make time to relish her company. That's what Eridor told me, and it's perhaps more colorful words. It is the port at the center of commerce, a town built on taxes, but not at the expense of fair trade. Wolford is nestled safely behind the castle walls. It's a town of peace and sets the example for the rest of the kingdom. You need to push yourself, Frederica. Time is something we do not lack. Once matters have settled, I will give you a tour of the fort myself. Thank you, sir. I very much look forward to that. I look forward to other things too, by the way. I'm just saying. Another health recovery pallet. Got a lot of these. It's interesting. One over here. Oh, $300 just laying on the floor. Well, that's not safe. Alright, down the next level. We got Eridor, who we just talked to. Moving back. Looks too nice. So we'll start from this side and work our way down. I must make ready for the wedding ceremony. But what gift would best suit the union of you and Lady Frederica? It's a possible choice. Perhaps an audience with Lord Seymour will spark the inspiration. Oh, there's Darragon. This town is prosperous, and its people have faith in their lord, an impressive achievement by my expense. You are too kind, Lord Dragon. My apologies, but you are... Apologies should be mine. I'm Sabre Wolford. I have come to remind you to return to the castle before the banquet begins. Certain parties were quite insistent. Of course, I appreciate the consideration. I would like to explore the town a little while longer, but rest assured I shall be punctual on my arrival. You better be, or my wifey's gonna have your head. Sounds like. I can scarce remember the last time Glenbrook was hosting such a marvelous tourney. Who among the nations will win glory? Which will be known as the fiercest in all of Norzelia? I mean, to be there, history is made. A lot of folks have come to town for the ceremony. I even saw a man earlier wandering around in a wide-eyed wonder. Eridor. I still can't believe Travis and his feral spawn attacked your dear bride to be like that. I'm just glad we got there before any real harm could be done, my lord. Yeah, good thing we left early. Saltmonger. The most esteemed personages from each nation will be attending the ceremony, I hear. A venerable melting pot of politics. Such an opportunity to meet and speak with your peers must not be wasted, my lord. Guess it's everything. My pants are done. That's a good thing, though. Baby's still awake. Watch this tablet. Yeah, I think I did everything I can here. Because I can't go past this point down here, so... Woo! Turbo speed! God! Alright. I guess I can't do anything else. Oop. Can I go back? I can't go back in there. Oh, it's to... Banquet will begin to. Lord Dragon and I had best not arrive late. At the banquet later that night...
I thank you for your hospitality today, Lord Serenoa.
Think nothing of it. Did you enjoy the city, Lord Dragan?
Quite. Its people are full of life and love for their lord. That says all I need to know about House Wolfort.
You honor us with your words.
I am only being frank. Frederica is the sister of the Archduke, after all, and my cousin besides. I would not see her marry into an unworthy house. Suffice to say, my expectations were exceeded.
I have heard much of your ingenious contributions to the mining efforts. I sense prosperous days are ahead of us.
As do I. Finally, our nations enter into an age unfettered by war. With Esfrost's iron, Hyzant's salt, and Glenbrook's mediation, there is no limit to what we can achieve. We must regard each other as equals, and forge mutually beneficial relationships.
I sense skepticism in your words, Lord Dragan. Do you mean to imply our relations are not already mutually beneficial?
I need not imply anything. The salt tax you claim makes my case more than clear.
Bold words from one so young. Is that how peers speak to one another?
Perhaps the young ones, yes. What do you think, Lord Serenoa?
Dissatisfaction with the salt tax was one cause of the war, was it not?
Salt is a divine boon, a gift from the goddess to her true believers. This is the foundation of the teachings that guide us in Hyzant.
Just so everybody's clear on salt, back in the old times, when you sweat a lot, there was no such thing out there as Gatorade or Powerade or other forms of like intravenous fluids to IVs, stuff like that. So the only way to get salt back into your system was by drinking water. Because the problem is when you drink water, it makes you feel bloated, and water doesn't fully absorb into the system because it doesn't have the glucose and like that that's mixed in with some of these sport drinks and like that are out there. They're out there now. So salt, when you sweat and everything, when you sweat off that salt, the only way to get it back into the system was through salt mines. And also, salt was also a good preservative for having meat last a very long time, and like that. So yeah. So salt was really important in these medieval times, which is what a lot of these games kind of come from. So,
By allying with Esfrost, do you mean to gainsay our most fundamental beliefs?
Of course not, Minister. We understand that the source is Norzelia's sole supply of salt. And we would not deny that it is the Holy State's right to harvest and tax it as you see fit.
Thank you for acknowledging that. Though it strikes me that your words are measured.
You needn't be so non-committal, Lord Serenoa. It is only reasonable that the three of us have differing opinions on the matter. However, that is all the more reason for us to be open to frank discussion.
Honored guests, pray forgive my son. We of House Wolfort are but simple warriors. I'm afraid matters of finance and politics do not come to us naturally. This, however, I can say. We will fight injustice and tyranny wheresoever it may be. Of course, we do not enjoy conflict. Still, we will not hesitate to defend our land and our people should the need arise. No matter how mighty the threat, we will fight for home and kingdom.
Yes, Lord Simone. Of that we are keenly aware.
I apologize if I spoke out of turn.
A little bit.
But the fact remains that as every winter passes, the tension between our nations grows, and salt is the cause. The common folk have all but forgotten its taste. I simply want to ease their suffering.
The ministry I oversee is committed to the preservation of life. I personally believe that salt should not be a luxury reserved for the privileged few. All those who live require it, not just those lucky enough to be born within the borders of our holy state.
You agree with me then?
How I feel matters little. In Hyzant, the word of the goddess, as conveyed to us from the lips of the Hierophant, is absolute.
Oh, there we
But
go.
perhaps this joint mining venture of yours may lead to the change you seek.
Okay.
Indeed, we must set our gazes to the future.
He just judges
All
books
of
by
us.
cover, though, so.
I expect you will be the ones to
he's
usher
excited.
us into a new era.
Yes, Father.
Okay. Okay, the music stops, I get a little concerned, because I don't know if it's going to be a scene change or what. Just be like, da-da-dum, okay, so we're going back to Whiteholm Castle, where the tournament's going to be. Checking on what they're doing. Again, I'm going to do all the extra stuff, so bear.
Father spoke not a single word to me today. Before long, I fear I might forget the sound of his voice.
Princess Cordelia, I assume?
Please, sister, you weep and wail like a common girl. Show some composure. Father has a kingdom to rule, a kingdom engaged in a historic endeavor. He has more important duties than to pamper a spoiled child.
Yes, of course, brother.
You speak as if Father's duties include anything more than licking the boots of these dignitaries. It is inconceivable he cannot spare the time to break bread with his daughter.
You speak out of insolence and ignorance, Roland.
I speak only the truth.
Not like Franny.
He leaves all the cumbersome tasks to the Wolforts to minister Patriot.
A king's word is to be obeyed.
And what of his subjects? Do they exist simply to bring him glory? To take the blame for his failures?
They are to serve as he sees fit.
The hell they are.
Believe as you wish. Speaking of his subjects, it appears lordship of House Wolfort will be passed down to young Serenoa.
What?
How fortunate for you to have a friend in the new lord. Best not take loyalty for granted, however. House Wolfort is obedient enough for now, but that can change as quickly as the wind. Use them well when you can, but be ready to bring down your fist if they dare to rise above their station.
Don't speak of them like lapdogs. They're not servants. They're my friends.
Do you really think to lead with such a soft heart? You are not fit to wear the royal signet.
Wow!
Stop this fighting at once. You frighten me.
Enough of this.
Where are you going, brother?
To train with Sir Maxwell. I would clear my head. There is a tourney on the morrow, after all.
Brother!
I do not like Fran. I'll tell you right now, I do not like this guy one bit. Oh!
I yield.
Your spear wavers, my prince. Something weighs on your mind.
You've always been able to see through me.
It's no great feat. Your heart lies ever on your sleeve.
Do I hear disapproval in your voice?
Not exactly, my prince. It can be a weakness, yes, but it can also be your strength.
Damn right it can.
After all, sometimes a direct strike is most effective at piercing a formidable defense.
I will take those words to heart, Sir Maxwell. Thank you for today.
The pleasure was mine. I expect a good fight from you tomorrow. In the final match, no doubt.
I take the field with House Wolfort. Together, I have no doubt we can emerge triumphant.
Ah, that would explain your improvement. Young Serenoa is a worthy training partner. Even so, I have no doubt you've held your own against him. Tomorrow you shall show the realm what I already know. That you are a warrior worthy of your family's legacy.
Sir Maxwell, Sometimes I wish I wasn't a prince. Sometimes I wish I'd been born your son instead.
Surely you jest, Your Highness. Your father is a great king, and an even greater man. It is an honor to serve him as I do.
Oh, Babies is trying to...
Apologies.
pick the lock of his...
I forget myself. I must have taken quite a blow. Anyhow, I suppose I should rest till the morrow. Be well, Sir Maxwell.
Alright, so after the scene, I'm going to have to take a break, yeah? Fortunately, babies.
It cannot be easy being the youngest prince. To have others expect nothing from you, yet still shake their heads in disapproval. But you can rise above this, my prince. Seize your chance and lay everyone's doubts to rest once and for all.
Okay, well, that will do it for this part 2 here. There's no alternate really saves I really need to do here. Besides, it's been about an hour, and it looks like the baby's been up and running around here, so I'll figure out what's up with him. So yeah, so we picked up from, I guess, the rest of the evening's processions here at my home place here, and yeah. So yeah, so we'll pick it up from there. Also, don't forget that I do have this also available. I got hats, book bags, sweatshirts, and t-shirts available for you all. Check out my links in the description areas and the About Me areas below to get to those links and to try out that new gear. All right, everybody? Well, I am Sabre Wolf. Thank you, and have a good night.